Hold on, y'all. I think I would have had this set up, right? All right. I'm early. I'm super early. I'm a little early, man, but say something to me in the chat. What's happening? What's going on? Oh, let me turn that one off mute. What up? What up? Landis Golden, Rich Wealthy. What's happening? What's going on? What's cracking lacking? No sound? You can't hear me? I just heard myself. Manifesting Bliss 777. Manifesting Bliss, one of the motivating factors. The Patreon is up. The Patreon is up. It's only $15. I'll drop it in the chat. So it's only $15. That's where it's going to be exclusive content. Like today's conversation, I would have put in there. But yeah, you get to pick my brain. The self-activation workbook is already in there. I uploaded it. It's free. So as soon as you come in as a Patreon member, only $15 a month, you can download that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'll be having conversations on money. Really, everything I'm doing, I'm actually gonna put over here in this particular spot, because it's like all the things is sitting there, collaged in one spot. You know what I'm saying? And I like to write too. So like sometimes I may type out something that may be more like a PDF instruction in a sense. You can get that. So that's there, man. That's there. I did open up the personal reports. The personal astro reports are there. They're available. It's only for the first 10 people. I have to do it that way, because my schedule is just kind of tight, and I can't get overwhelmed with that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have you upgrade this video because it's shooting at 720, and I can easily tell the difference. But anyway, go to the Patreon, and love to see you over there and whatnot. It's two different tiers. The personal reports is one thing. Of course, you get access to everything, but it's only $15 a month, man, to really come in and get these jewels, as they say, right? So everybody click the thumbs up button that's in the building so we can hurry up, and it's good for the algorithm. So click the thumbs up button for me, please. All right. Nikki Love 621. What's up? What's up? Skills in the building. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening, Captain? We got any banners going? I'm messing with y'all. Y'all can buy me a drink. Y'all can support the channel via Cash App, the PI group, because I don't even think I got the super chat turned on this thing. I don't drink. I'm just messing around. I'm playing with you. Fat boy don't drink. I'm just in the phase where I don't feel like drinking, so I ain't drinking. Yeah, you can support the channel at the Prosperity Investment Group. That's what that stands for, and whatnot. And so where we at, man? Where we at? Let's get them likes up. Everybody that's in the building, click the like button. All right. So Rich Wealthy has a question on numerology, right? Hey man, I promise you, numerology got some work to do for me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I've read what let people do numbers. King Simon, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Lloyd Strayhorn. We actually share the same B-day. You know what I'm saying? The number Swami, you know what I'm saying? I've had a platform where, number Swami was on there. She was actually giving readings, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'll think this, right? Like, I'm the type that would love to bring imperial data to go sit down with some astronomers and bust their ass when they tell me astrology ain't real. You know what I'm saying? And one, have you ever studied a planetary cycle? And it's gonna get to your question. Have you ever studied a planetary cycle in relation to human events? Because if you never have, then you can't say what it ain't. You can't say it's not real if you never study a cycle to see if a human being is having an experience. Have you ever said, hey, when the planet is here, when you were born, when that planet comes back around, this person has this experience? You've never done that as an astronomer, right? And another thing that gets me with them is they act like they act like astrology ain't real, right? As if the planets and stars don't have no influence. But you're the one that absolutely studies these things for a living. You're looking at it. So how can you say it don't have an influence when you're the one spending your entire life looking at it? You want to measure the distance. You want to understand the composition it's made out of, what kind of light is emitting. Is it a red star, dwarf star, blue star, whatever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? So how can you say it don't have an influence on you where it's minding its business and you're looking at it? You understand what I'm saying? Let alone if we deal with light, the moon, water, phases. And I never forget, Neil deGrasse Tyson was on Sway in the Morning one time, and he said, well, did you if a couple gets pregnant tonight and there's a full moon, 10 months later, if she go full term, it'll be a full moon. And I said, did this dude just kick astrology? He just made a correlation between a human gestation cycle and a cosmic body in space. Bro, you just studied astrology when you know what I'm saying? And so for me, I got the data. I'm working on this joint called Mars, Murder by Mars. Okay. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you where my list at. I'll freestyle off my top of my head though. I'm gonna show you Nipsey Hussle. I'm gonna show you um King Von. I'm gonna show you, Mac Dre from the Bay. I'm gonna show you Soldier Slim from down south. I'm gonna show you, Takeoff. I'm gonna show you PNB Rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you XX Extension. You don't understand? I'm gonna show you these last few years in hip hop, these deaths by the way of the pistol. It's called Murder by Mars, right? And I got to shoot this down in the studio because this is more like a documentary type project and not me up here kicking the shit to you. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's real. And so with numbers, I am yet to see the empirical evidence of cycles. And this is what I mean. I give you a classic example. This is what I mean. I showed you that when the founding of the country, the planet Uranus was in Gemini, and there was a war known as the American Revolutionary War. The next cycle was the Civil War. That's 84 years, right? So then the next cycle was World War II in the 40s. The next cycle is now. So I went through 3 cycles of Uranus going full circle in 84 years, showing you every time it gets in Gemini, there has been a war that the United States has been heavily involved in. 2 of the 3 has been on this soil. The Revolutionary War to start the country and the Civil War. Okay. So I'm yet to see from the numerology standpoint that The United States of America is in the year 7, and every time America's in the year 7, we're at war. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be real about it. I just haven't seen it. So I would like to see that branch of the science come with compelling evidence of cycles as it pertains to the world at large, right? Because everything is on a rhythm. The question is, when you add numbers up to reduce it down to one sum, is that rhythm that you say a 1, 2, 3, and a 9 represent, is it really real like that? You see what I'm saying? So I want to see that. All right. So my verdict is out on that. I would love to see it. All right. Sajda, what's up? What's happening? Where you been at? What's going on? All right. So, because there's a guy called Gary, the numbers guy, that guy might be a challenge for you. He's an astrologist and numerologist. Please check him out. Yeah, I would love. Yeah, Gary, the number guy. I just want to see it superimposed on the big scale. You know what I'm saying? With cycles of humanity. You know what I mean? And so that's what I love to see. But everybody that's in the building, man, everybody click thumbs up real fast so we can get started on this retrograde. But I need 20 likes, man. That's all I'm asking for. 20 likes so we can get started. So we can alert people. It alerts people in every tens that you do. All right. And then I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you this 3D model as well of the solar system. All right. So you say Gary, the numbers guy, right? But yeah, everybody click the like button, get the likes up. Let me set up. Oh, and I wanna do a witchmajigger. I want to show you what's going on Earth as well. Hopefully, I can get that cracking. Hold on, bro. I'm on a live. You good?
Oh, my bad. All right, go
No,
ahead,
you
bro.
straight.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And so, hold on 1 second, man. Y'all get the likes up. I'm about to go over here to Stellarium real fast, and I want to see if I can get. I want to be able to get the location. Let me see something real fast. And I'll need to change the date. No, I don't. I know I can make the time around noon because things usually around the same in the southern sky. And then what I want to do, there we go. I want to black out the sky and I want to look for the planet Mercury. Bing. There go Mercury. And then I can pull the calendar up right there. Okay, cool. All right, man. I'm about to come back to y'all. Y'all better have these likes up. Y'all ready? Oh, it's your birthday. Oh, shoot. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Today, my niece's birthday. April Fool's, baby. Yep. Today is my niece's birthday. So what you doing? She said, "Oh, I couldn't take your call. I'm getting my hair done." That's my treat. Yeah. Who? Somebody ain't click the like button. Come on, get that like button up. Get that 20, y'all. Give me that 20 ball in here so we can get in here because I want to get over here to this. I want to catch this live stream real fast. That's going on. There we go. There we go. There we go. I thank you so much. All right. Okay. So here is the dilly. All right. Mercury is a planet. All planets have energy. This is your first time listening to this. I want to explain it to you. All planetary bodies have energies. And each energy obviously has been recorded for eons of time. Mercury is known as the messenger god. It's an energy that deals with communication. It deals with travel, particularly short-term traveling, learning, commerce. Commerce is not money. Commerce is the movement of money. Commerce, um, thinking, right? And you have to see that each planet, to a degree, ain't to a degree, it is each planet just represent a different aspect of human psychology. That's it. It is so cool to know that, all these different planets represent a aspect of our own thinking. And then based on where that planet was at when I was born, that gives me insight because the sign is like a modifier on how I can express that intelligence. So let me give you an example. Get them likes up. Mercury, the planet of intellect, thinking, and communication. In Aquarius, when I was born, Aquarius is the sign that deals with science, technology, revolution, astrology. Let's just deal with astrology, right? Oh, I what think about astrology. I learn mental capacity, astrology, and then I can speak about it. All of those thinking, learning, speaking, all of that is Mercury. Okay. Now it's easier for me to grasp in a sense because the sign that rules the subject matter, astrology, is Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. You understand what I'm saying? And so, no different than my polar opposite, Leo. Leo could be the boss. These people tend to be team leaders, supervisors, things of that nature, right? And so, the way that they think in a boss like manner. You see what I'm saying? Could be creative and it goes on and on and on. So, the position of the planet when it comes to your intellect tells me, well, you think like this, right? Um, Another example could be Mars. Mars represents the passion. It's a masculine passion. It don't mean, and women have it too. But when I say passion, it's an outgoing energy that we all have, right? And so Mars is your fight energy as well. I'll pick on Aquarius again because I think people love Tupac not because Tupac was a Gemini for sure. He got the words and the things he said out his mouth, but you love Tupac because of his passion. And he had Mars and Aquarius. And Aquarius is the sign that deals with the people. Okay. And so you will see Tupac talking about, man, all these people, which I don't really agree with at all since I learned money. You billionaires, but you shouldn't be billionaires because there's too many poor people out here and hungry, in a sense, right? But he had a care for the people. You understand what I'm saying? And that was because of Mars placement that was there. He would be a fighter for the people. A lot of people keep forgetting. I said it in one of them rhymes. You forgot 2 cops got shot while they off duty. My nigga Tupac. Okay. So ATL Georgia. I said it. But anyway, that's a fight for the people. So the planet's location, that planetary's energy tells you how you tap in based upon the sign that it appears in front of. Okay. You with me? All right. Now, let's talk about this phenomenon called Mercury Retrograde. On average, it happens 3 times a year, about once a quarter. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what it is. All right. And so, but let's talk about it first. You're going to hear people say, hey, the retrograde is going to happen on April 21st. And then a retrograde simply means it looked like the planet is going backwards. But is it really going backwards? We know the planet's not going backwards, but it looks like that from our vantage point. Hold on, I'm going to show you what it looks like in the sky. So April 21st to May 14th will be the retrograde. Okay. All right. So usually this is a time where miscommunication can happen. This is a time where you could miss your flight, issues with transportation, at this particular time, right? This is a time where they say you should finish up old projects and don't necessarily commit to new ideals and things, because it seems like this period of time, this little pocket, doesn't have enough staying power. Relationships that can form under this one, it increases the likelihood of separation of some sort. If you buy new things, purchase the warranty on it, because the likelihood of things going a little haywire increases. Is it a guarantee? No, I said the likelihood increases. So from April 21st to May 14th, that's the retrograde. But I like to sandwich those two dates, ladies and gentlemen, because there's something called, see, man, I should have just got on the board and like really show it, right? Here's the kicker. On April 21st, Mercury will be at 15 degrees Taurus. So if you can just imagine the sign Taurus, I want you to put 0-29, because that's 30 degrees. That is the Taurus sign, 0 through 29. Well, at 15 degrees, Mercury is going retrograde. And then from our viewpoint on Earth, it's going to look like come May 14th, it's going to be back at 5 degrees. So if you drew numbers 0 through 29, you say 15 is the start, and then you draw and go back to number 5, that's where it's going to end at. Okay. So 15 back to 5, that's a 10-degree span. Okay. But this is what we need to pay attention to. On April the 7th, this is before the 21st. The 21st, it starts at 15 degrees. But on April the 7th, in just 6 days from now, Mercury will be at 5 degrees, meaning the point where it's going to back up and stop at, Mercury's going to be there at the 5th degree, right? And then on the 21st, it's going to be at 15 degrees. Then it goes what appears to be backwards on May 4th. It'll stop at May 14th at what? At 5 degrees. But now, since it's right here at 5 degrees, and you say it's over, it's still on the block. So it won't pass 15 degrees, which was where it put it in reverse. It won't pass that point until May 31st. So even though the zone from 5 to 15 is here, just because it looks like it's going forward here, it's not technically past here until May 31st. I always gave the analogy of a car hits the block. It look at these 15 houses, because it's going to start at 15 degrees, right? And it's going to go back to 5. So when it see the 5th house all the way up to the 15th house, so these 10 houses, the 5th house all the way up to the 15th house, when you get up the block and get to the 15th house, you push the car in reverse, then the guns come out, and then we're going to shoot up these 10 houses. And then when you put the car back in drive, when we get to the 5th house, just because the retrograde is over and the car is in drive, don't mean that, we don't know if bullets going to be flying again. So we're not out of the zone until May 31st. Y'all with me? Put 7s in the chat. Let me get a 777 if you understand that. Give me a 777 if you understand that. And now I'm about to show you in the sky. I'm a Taurus sun and Aquarius rising. Oh yeah, Tyra, that's what's up. What degree is your rising sign? All right. So put some 7s in the chat if you understand that. You understand that? All right. Okay. All right. So now let me show you what it's going to look like from an Earth perspective. Okay. Share screen. We're going to share the entire screen. It's fine with me. And bam. Okay. We're going to go to Stellarium. Now, get rid of this. We're on the planet Mercury. Please stay there. Oh, man, why don't you stay there? That's fine. We're on the planet Mercury. Today is the 1st. So we're going to say April the 7th. It gets here. Right? it gets in the zone April 7th. Okay. So then on the 21st, it starts. So let's go up to the 21st and see what's going on. So it looked like it's going behind the sun, right? Look like it's going in that direction behind the sun. All right. So we saw the starting point. Let's go back to April 7th. April 7th, we're in the zone. It's about right here. It appears to be to the left of the sun. Okay. So every day it looked like it's about to go behind the sun. It starts right here on the 21st. And then it's going to end on May 14th. So the retrograde starts right here. Now let's see from here to May 14th what's going to happen. So that's here for May 14th. So let's look at it. Let's go back. It's here. And to me, it just looked like it's going behind the sun, like it's going backwards. You see? Like, wait a minute. Now it's there. Okay. So it looked like it's going behind the sun. It's going back. So it looks like. Okay. All of this is why I don't really rock with sidereal astrology, or known as Eastern astrology, also known as Vedic astrology, because this is what's really happening, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they don't tell you. If you pay attention down here, the date is April the 2nd. Here go Mercury over here by the sun. What's really happening is every day, and it starts, so we get in the zone on April 7th, right? So 5th, 6th, 7th, we're in the zone. Now, April 21st, we're going to be in the retrograde. What's really happening on April 21st, Mercury is about to come into a perfect alignment with the earth. You see that? Mercury is coming into alignment with the earth, and it's going to pass the earth because it's closer to the sun. So from the 21st to May 14th, to here, we say is the retrograde. But all what's really happening is what? Mercury is passing in between us and the sun. And that is what creates what I call a cosmic wind tunnel. It's just like the famous commercial, as you somebody at the bus stop, and then a car or truck goes past, and then their hat get knocked off. It's a cosmic wind tunnel. And so people have noticed when this happens, Mercury passing in between Earth and the sun, for some reason, it has a strange effect on electronics and transportation, along with human beings having ideas and commitments not necessarily being fulfilled when you make them during this particular time. So all it is passing between us and the sun. Okay. Now that's a much different view from what we saw here. What we saw here just kind of looked like, I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Let's light up a constellation real fast. Let me see something real fast. Let's watch this. All right. I don't like the lawns because I don't want to crowd it too much. But we see Mercury is by the sea monster. So let's do this. Let's go back, because this is going to start technically on the 21st. Okay. So on the 21st, we starting here. It looks like what? It's below the Lamb, Aries, not too far in front of the eye of the sea monster right there. Yes. And then it's going to end on May 14th, right? May 14th, it goes direct. It goes direct on May 14th. And see, we're moving too, but it's not in the same place, obviously. But then what we say, May 31st is when it get back to where it was, where it ended, which is what? Back in front of the eye of the monster. So it's like, wait a minute. Wait, we saw you go this way. Now it looked like you're trying to come back towards the sun. But all the while, what's really happening is Mercury is passing in between us and the sun. This is what I'm saying. The Earth viewpoint is what's creating the distortion in this reality. That distortion is very real because it happens. Electronics is real. Miscommunication and things like that happen for sure. But for me, let me take it off this. Hold on. But for me, when you know this, you know what I'm saying? It becomes laughable when certain things start to happen, right? So it'd be like, hey, let's do this trip. Nah, I'm cool. Or if we do, okay, let's double up. You know what I'm saying? Have patience. Things happen. Things happen. It's funny. Now, I'm gonna tell you something that we've seen in our study. This is a time where really, for real, because Mercury rules commerce. We noticed this in this 1 year. It was down south somewhere. I want to say Georgia, North Carolina. It was doing a Mercury retrograde. Like a Brinks truck was driving down the highway, and the doors opened and money fell out. Mercury retrograde is a time where we really are supposed to be going super duper strong in our money visualizations, whatever you got on the vision board. If you ain't got no money goals, shame on you. But this is the time where you really supposed to do, because the planet is aligning. It's creating a glitch in the matrix. But this is the time where all of a sudden you manifest something. You see what I'm saying? You find money on the ground or whatever it may be. So this is the time that you're really supposed to go in. Now, since the planet Mercury rules commerce, which is the movement of money, it happens to be in the sign Taurus, which is the sign of money. You understand what I'm saying? And so now that tells us like, okay, it's something about some money. That's definitely the theme here for this retrograde. So now, since it's something about some money, right? Then this is a time to be visualizing, because what? Mercury represents the mind, what we think. So the universal player, Mercury in the sky, to represent what we think is in the sign of money, is going retrograde. The retrograde illusion gives us a time to get a double emphasis, right? Because if you're telling me it's at 15 degrees, and then in a couple of weeks it's going to be back at 5 degrees, which means when it go direct, it got to start all over again and go to 15 degrees again. It was 2 times that this energy got between 5 and 15. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a double whammy. It's a double emphasis. So this is a time where, this is why they tell you revise in this area. So now when it comes to finances, this is a time where we all should be breaking out. All right, let me see my expenses. Let me see my income. Let me see what's going on. What can I revise at this particular time? What's my visualization goal to be able to get it? Right. And then obviously the most physical thing is walking towards it. In other words, again, I'll say, if real estate is my money thing, what can I do inside the real estate game to revise, reevaluate, and get things done? I've already had to jump on this energy because we say, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the text messaging campaign in-house. I'm not necessarily a fan for the guy who's overseas doing it. I just wasn't a fan for many reasons. So now Khadijah on our team, and she said, listen, I'm going to figure it out. You see what I'm saying? So now it's in-house. So now we can figure out what can we do with these text messages so we can get out here and get to this money. You see what I'm saying? So revision of finances is of the order of the day during this time. I repeat, a revision of financial goals. Your actual finances is coming in and out. You should be looking at this and see what needs to be revised. It's not necessarily a time for commitment to new things per se. So they say, all right. But again, you can, but I would just say, hey, if there's anything that can give you a little bit of a cushion, insurance, stuff like that, warranties, go for it. Don't deny it at this particular time. Okay. Now, if you were born with anything in Taurus, and I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. So if you want to come up and talk about, you got a question, because that's what I'm gonna start doing. I don't want to rely on the text. So I'm gonna drop a link in the chat where you got a camera up. All right. If you don't want to get on camera, don't come on. All right. So if you want a camera up, you can come in. Hold on. Let me come over here. And so you can camera up. All right, so there it is right there. So if you want to come on, you got a question, we can shoot. Let's get interactive with this thing. You know what I mean? I bring you on, but you got to be ready to camera up. All right, no camera, then no, don't come up. All right, but so if you're born with Taurus, my Taurus people, this is a double emphasis on you. If you are a Taurus, or you could be a Gemini and have Mercury in Taurus. You can be an Aries and have Mercury in Taurus. So you two signs, Aries and Gemini, you may not be out the woods because you may have Mercury in Taurus. Okay. So this is a double emphasis for you guys. Next will be Leo. Leos, hello, Leo. You, because this is Mercury square Mercury at this time. Or if you are a Leo, then it's, again, it's the same thing. Mercury squares your energy. A square represents 3 signs away, and this is a challenge. Okay. This is a problem. Okay. I'm going to show you through my case study. When Mars got on the square, it's lights out. All right. For these rappers that got killed by pistols, Mars get on the square, it's a problem. Okay. So Mercury square your energy can be a problem at this time. The same is true for Aquarius, because Aquarius, Taurus sits in the middle between Aquarius and here. Let me show you this chart. This is gonna help you. Let me show you this. Let me go pull it up, because I did put it on this computer right here. See, good thing I had already got a new computer a month or so ago. Where I gotta go, pictures. Hey, where is that at? Podcast cover. I thought I had. Where is. You lying to me? That's planetary keywords. Did I put it in astro stuff? Or maybe I didn't take it off. I didn't put it on this computer. I left it on the thumb drive. Is that what I did? Silly so. Let me see. Nope, here it is. It's in my downloads. And let's blow this up a little bit. It comes out a little distorted here. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me go to PowerPoint, because when I PowerPoint it, I notice it's not as distorted. So hold on. Insert. I think it's on my desktop. No, it's in my downloads. And this is going to help you. This is called the square chart. And this is how you know. See, this is how you know it's really real. All right. So hold on. Let me go share my screen. Anybody want to jump on with me? Somebody, don't be scared. Jump on with me. Hit that link in the chat. I'm going to share my screen real fast. And bam. Okay. That distortion is throwing me off a little bit. All right. So what's happening is find Taurus in green. Okay. So like I said, Leo, that's an issue. Aquarius, that's an issue, because that's a square. And then Scorpio is opposite Taurus. So now that comes the ops. That's the real opposition, the ops. I'm going to show you Tuesday night, when Trump goes to New York. I'm going to show you the ops in the sky because it's some opposition that's taking place. In fact, I already put it in the Patreon. I already showed it in Patreon, got the picture to show it's already back there. You know what I'm saying? And so but I'm gonna do a live stream and show you. But Taurus to Scorpio, that's a problem. So now my Scorpio people, this is an opposition to you. So you're likely to be affected. When you study this chart right here, I call it the square chart. These are the signs that can irritate you, especially the ones on the side of you. The one that's connected to the same color, but on the side, not directly across from you, because across from you is okay, it's opposition, but it's really a compliment. And what I mean by that, Taurus to Scorpio, Taurus is an earth sign, Scorpio is water. So energetic wise, there's a blend, there's completion that takes place with that. So then opposite earth will always be water, opposite fire will always be air, obviously opposite air will always be fire. They are a pair, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this brings me to a point. So study that. Okay, study that, screenshot it if you got to. If you type in maybe astrology keyword square, maybe you can Google images, maybe you can find this image and save it. Okay, in fact, I'm gonna put this back there in the Patreon. These are the things that you need to know. All right. All right. So something came up in my head when I mentioned these pairs. Your DNA be set tripping. Okay. You got, like I said, fire and air roll as a pair. Want to see? Aries and Libra is a pair. Leo and Aquarius is a pair. Gemini and Sagittarius is a pair. Those are all the 3 air signs and the 3 fire signs that complement it. Now, the earth signs, Taurus to Scorpio is a pair, right? Virgo to Pisces is a pair, right? Capricorn and Cancer is a pair. Okay. So you got 3 pairs, 2, 4, 6 signs. And then you had the other pairs, which is the fire and air is considered to be the masculine because it's the way they operate is ideas. Let's move. Let's go. Let's implement. Right. Whereas the earth and water is more feminine, receptive. One is outgoing, the other one's more receptive. Okay. So that make up your 12. Now, notice that the air and the fire bond in the earth and the water bond, right? When you go inside your DNA says, what is it? Arginine, cytosine, guanine, and thiamine. Yes, those are the initials, right? And so when you look at those, I mean, we can pull them up and see, right? What is it? ACGT, right? The A, if I'm not mistaken, the A and the T, they pair. They will not mix with the other ones. And C and G do the same thing. They're not pairing with A and T. They don't roll that way. This is a fact, man. This is a fact. So even in our own biology, there's this 4 base DNA structure that we have, right? It set trips, it bonds, it discriminates. You see what I'm saying? But that discrimination makes us whole because that's who we are. You understand what I'm saying? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, I always say this in the arcane science, we are supposed to learn how to be within harmony with all of it and not necessarily, ooh, no, I don't like that, like, and stay away. And you got this mass objection to it because ultimately all of it is inside of us. So our goal is to come to a state of homeostasis and balance within. I'm a air fire person. Probably can tell that. I used to never, ever attract earth and water. It wasn't until I became knowledgeable about this and then purposely started what I call alchemizing myself. What is that? To tap into the feminine energy, because I'm so masculine with air and fire. And then as a guy, as guys, we could be kind of shut off from empathy, psychic ability to a degree, sensitivity, um, being sensitive. So meditation is feminine because it makes you receive. Sit down and receive versus going out and project. I got to get this bag. I got to do things. Sit down and receive. Allow things to come to you, right? Sit with nature outside, picnic, embrace again, allow nature to come inside of you. That puts you in the receptive feminine form. Walk barefooted, go hug a tree. Oh, yeah, we pushing it. Walk barefooted, go hug a tree. And now that puts you in connection with what Mother Earth, the feminine form, right? So you start to balance that energy out and whatnot. And no matter what energy you have, honestly, that's so therapeutic that that's taught in Chinese mysticism or the Chinese school of thought known as Taoism. Taoism is the bomb. It's actually one of my favorite disciplines, for real, because they acknowledge the cosmic phenomenon and it's so practical. Imagine, it ain't really an imagine, this feeling the life force energy in your body coming from the top of your head, going through your body, going through your feet, down into the earth, into the roots of the tree bringing this energy up, and the oxygen that the tree gives you comes inside your lungs in your body, and the carbon dioxide that you give out is oxygen for the tree. So it's this give take relationship for one another. What we take in is what it gave out, and vice versa. What we give out is what it takes in. So that's harmonizing yourself. You see what I'm saying? And so I wouldn't really attract earth and water energies in my life until I became somewhat balanced. And that's the goal. Okay. So you have to know, what you're trying to do, what you need. You know what I'm saying? I believe I was blessed today with a phone call. I was like, listen, man, looked at some specs. When your birthday? Let me see. Oh, for real? Oh man, that's what I lack. I know what I lack. You know what I'm saying? And so listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can do two things, possibly a mixture of two to make it three. You can try to strengthen your weakness, or you can find your complement on your weakness and execute your strengths. There's no right or wrong. There's nothing wrong with you becoming better at your weakness, not in my opinion. Okay. But if it is if it is too time consuming and you trying to get somewhere, you know what I mean? Then hey, that's what the compliment is for. You see what I'm saying? And that makes everything whole in this reality is the compliments. And you can't do it by yourself anyway. You know what I mean? So bring in the compliment. Okay. So that's really it, man. Anybody want to cam up with me? Hit that link in the chat. You got a question, hit that link. Come on, man. Let's talk about it real fast. Let me know because I got to put my headphones on, but I'll see you when you come in. All right. I'll see you when you come in. Let me check the chat. All right. So what's going on? Right. The AT and the CNG buy. So they be on their thing. You know what I'm saying? They be on their thing. Right. So the wife El Boki is a compliment. The oppositions is a compliment. For real, for real. And when you really understand this place, right? If we go back to this, I'm gonna tell you what this whole thing is about. Let me go to my screen share. I promise you, you got what I'm about to show you. You have to be able to conceptualize this. You have to. It's important that you understand this. Okay. Here we go. I'm here. Forget this. See, forget this Earth. If we on Earth, right? This ain't giving you the game right here. The game is here now. If today we saying, hey man, it's Taurus season, right? Then that means behind the sun should be Taurus somewhere. Okay. This is why we say it's Taurus season. All right. There go Pisces over there. I can tell. All right. But anyway, so what's happening is this. 6 months from now, ladies and gentlemen, which will be what? If this is on May 14th, so that'd be what, like 11/14? 11/14, bam, right here. What just happened? The earth is on the other side of the sun. Pay attention to this. So, like El Boki, for example, he say his wife is opposite. So on November 14th, we in Scorpio season. Now the earth is on the other side of the sun. But when he was born, the earth was over here where it's at on May 14th. So you know what that means? That he can't see past the light to his partner. To see his partner, for them to see each other, the sunlight is too bright and it blinds them. So wherever you're born at, you almost got to cut a line in between the sun to cut it in half. And you got to cut this whole thing. When you cut it in half, like a cross, vertical and horizontal, then the people on your side of the cosmos is the people who you naturally get along with a little better, because once you start going to the other side of the line, the other side of the cosmos, you're too far away from home. And what that means is our perception of reality, because this is all this is, our perception of reality is what denotes compatibility. I repeat, our perception of reality is what determines compatibility. Yes? So people who do things like you, think like you, y'all flow, y'all flowing is cool. But people who do things that you don't like, right? Then it's no compatibility there. You don't like it. You don't end up liking the person, right? So compatibility is all about perception. Is our perceptional value the same? And when you start going with people on the other side, per se, think about this. They don't see the same thing that you see. It's impossible to a degree because they're not even born on the same side of the solar system to have a universal view the way you have it. But here's the key with the opposition. Each person is half a circle, the way we see reality. You're bringing your half and I'm bringing my half, because this whole circle makes up what goes around comes around. This whole circle, what goes around comes around, brings the whole reality and makes it complete. So hence the opposition, especially if it's an opposition that is like dead on opposition. The way you would determine that will be based upon your degree, meaning what degree is your sun, right? So for me, I know, hey, the degree of my sun, 27 degrees, 59 minutes Aquarius. So if I come across 26, 27 Aquarius, 28 Aquarius, we're real close. We're in opposition. So then we're naturally going to polarize to one another, naturally. Ask me how I know in real life. Now I got the theory. It makes sense on paper. We can see that. Basic mathematics tell you that. But have you met those people in your life? Yes. You see? And something very interesting happens when you meet those people too. They have family members that are the same names as your family members. Thus, there's this cosmic twin effect that takes place. Okay? So now the person that's born at a square, I'm going to show you why the square is a real problem. Okay? If look at the earth to the sun to a degree. Now leave the earth, go to the sun, leave the sun and go to Mars. You see how that's a right angle triangle, which would look like, if this was a wall clock, this would look like 3:30 or 6:15, right? The problem with the square is it's coming at you sideways. See, look straight ahead. When you looking straight ahead, like going through the intersection, you trusting that the people on the opposite side, not the opposite side coming towards you, but at the intersection, won't T-bone you. That's what you call the blind side, right? So people who are born on the square, they blindside you in a sense that their perception of reality is not the same as ours. So then when we get into agreements on some shit and we don't have the same perception, then some bullshit is likely to happen and that creates the tension. You see? But you can already know this. This is the beauty of this craft. You can already know this before you even select to do it. Right? All right. I hope y'all understand that. Y'all understand that? Give me some sevens in the chat if y'all understand that. Anybody want to come on and talk to me? Hit the link in the chat. I'll drop it one more time. But do y'all understand what I just showed y'all? Can I get yes, amen? Some sevens in the chat. If you want to come on, go ahead and hit that. See, mom and dad, Capricorn, Cancer, right? And that's interesting because Capricorn is really daddy and Cancer is mommy. So the roles could be reversed to a degree. All right. All right. Y'all got it? Yeah, with that. Y'all got that? Oh man, this video quality is horrible. I'm gonna have to upgrade this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. At all. All right. Like you said, that's the tell me more. Her date of birth is 11/17. Yeah. But when is yours? But see, the whole goal, it don't even matter. The whole goal is to complement and complete the circle. You see what I'm saying? So that's the name of the game, is to complete the circle. Okay. All right. So recap on the retrograde. All right. We're in the zone come April 7th. We're in the zone. Okay. We're in the zone April 7th. So you might as well really buckle down from April 7th to May 31st. All right. Call it June 1 because May 31st is the last day. So June 1, we free. Okay. So Taurus, it's a double up energy for you. Again, if you Gemini, Aries, you want to kind of pay special attention because you may have Mercury over here in Taurus. All right. Sometimes Mercury travels in front of the sun. What does that look like? In the morning before you wake up, right? Well, if Mercury if Mercury is before in the sign before, then in the morning Mercury will come up first and then the sun will come up. Okay. Let's look at that. Let's look at that in real time. Let's see something real fast. Let's get our astronomy on real fast. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hold on. We're going here. And what we want to do, we want to find Mercury. Bam. We're on Earth, right? And what I want to do is okay. So here we are on Earth. Here's Mercury right here. And it is 4:50 in the morning. Okay. So when Mercury is in head, as Mercury could be, let's just say Mercury's in Taurus. Yes. Yes. Mercury's in Taurus. All right. And so then what's going to happen is, oh, that's 5:31. I'm sorry. Let me bring this date back to, let's put it where we at right now. Let's put it in real time. So what's happening is the sun in the morning comes up first, right? The sun comes up first because think about it. We say we in Aries season, right? But Mercury's behind. You see what I'm saying? So in this role can change. So if we go up in a month, May 1st, Mercury is in perfect alignment. June 1st, I don't know where it went. June 1st is to the right. So now what's going to happen in June, right? If we go back to the morning time, we just had a changing of the guards. So come June, Mercury is going to come up first, and then the sun will come up. But right now it's sun, then Mercury, you see? So sometimes the guards change. So what happens is you see how it looked like the sun is in front of Taurus, the bull, but it looks like Mercury is in perfect alignment with Aries, the ram, above it. So my point was in showing you this was if you a Gemini, you can have Mercury in Taurus because it can be behind it. Okay. All right. If you are Aries, you can have Mercury in Taurus because Mercury can be on that side. You see what I'm saying? And so Aries and Gemini, you have to pay close attention to see if you have Mercury here. Because just because it's in Taurus don't mean you're not affected. Okay. So my Taurus people, double down on the money, double down on paying attention to the flow. All right. Again, this is transportation. This is a perfect time to back up your files. Perfect time. Back up your computer files. It's a must. Okay. The Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, we all in effect because this energy going to either square us or it's going to oppose the Scorpion. Okay. And so now the likelihood of miscommunications can happen. Have patience, double check things. That's all. Take your time, double check things. Miscommunication can happen. This is where the patience come in at. See, the fun part is to a degree, like me and Jew play with Mars a lot. And so when he in a certain space, we know. And so it's inevitable we're gonna get a call. Nigga, this nigga Mars. This nigga. Look how this nigga tried to do me. I'm sitting up here, got a Mars transit, but now I got a headache. Or I'm sitting here, got Mars transit. Mars can represent headaches. Mars can represent cuts and bruises. I'm sitting up here cooking, chopping up something. I didn't cut my damn finger. Couldn't get me no other way. Couldn't get me through a fight with nobody. Ain't no pistol play with nothing. But I'm sitting up here cutting my food up and I cut my damn finger. You see? So to watch how it tries to manifest itself, especially when it comes in the form of another person, especially when it comes through if you got a significant other and they got a little attitude about something and you know it's a Mars transit going, right? And they got an attitude about something. It's funny to watch it try to rope you in because you already know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? And so the game becomes very fun, very fun. All right. So I hope y'all understand that, man. So look in the video description. We got the link to the Patreon is there. Listen, for only $15 a month, man, I'm back there. I'm about to really give my all and drop everything I know. All right, well, there's a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Good question, Sugar Shane. So I'm gonna be dropping that only $15, man. Conversation. You sign up, it's a workbook already back there, it's free. You can download it, go ahead and get it. Or if you want the personal astro reports, where I personally would give you like the month of April, a couple of days ago, you would have had a report and I would have already had outlined some things and told you what to expect. Most importantly, the things that you can do. Okay. Any advice for debilitated Mars at this time? So yeah, and that's what I give in. I give that inside of the personal reports, but I'm a answer that though, because I don't never want nobody to get caught off guard with this dude. The number one rule is make sure that you are not harboring any suppressed anger. That is vitally important. If so, hurry up and release that tension, get it off your chest. Okay. Why? Because listen, the universe is mental. This is an old science that was taught in some literature called the Kybalion. Kybalion. The people who studied this were known as the Hermetics. Okay. They said, hey man, all is mental. Everything is freaking mental. The universe is mental. And then it start measuring the laws of mentalism. I'm gonna put this back here. We're gonna build on that back there in the Patreon as well. Rhythm. TikTok is a rhythm. I ain't talking about just an algorithm of a social media. I'm talking about planetary rhythms. Again, as I opened up, I told you in the previous one of these videos, I showed you that every time Uranus got in front of the sign Gemini, the American Revolutionary War, the Civil War, World War II, and now we about to go into 2025, 2026 when it come back. The way shit is looking with Russia, China, and everything, North Korea, Iran, it's not really looking too good, right? The planet Uranus hasn't missed yet. That's a rhythm. You understand what I'm saying? And so you have to mind your own energy, because another law is the law of vibration. Anything that moves now is that's vibration. And so since your heart is oscillating, yes, and since your cells are moving, and since you have brainwave activity, you have electricity in your body. Without light, you dead. I always say it. When you die, they put the shock paddles on you and hit you with electricity. Well, shit, they didn't already prove that all electricity creates magnetism. So electricity is like a magnet. This is why you can put a lightning rod on a house, and when it's thunderstorming, the lightning will find the rod. Okay, you are the lightning rod. Okay, and so we have this energy that we're emanating, and this is why you look at somebody or you be around somebody and be like, I ain't feeling that person. I mean, I love that person's vibe. I rock with them. It's an energetic thing. Okay. So you have to mind your own energy and flush out the negative Martian aspect of yourself. Okay. First. Okay. So you start with that. Now, the second thing that everybody should do, and these are things that help you. Like, this ain't, I'm not holding nothing back. Like, oh, you got to join my Patreon and get there. Certain things, but like this kind of stuff right here. I mean this. Everybody should have, if you drive, even if you don't, on your person of some sort, you need to have some type of spiritual amulet, whether it's a medallion of Christ, whether it be whatever it is that you believe in that represents, you know, that of the positive ray. When I say ray of light, it could be Jesus, it can be the Eye of Horus, it could be Buddha, it could be Saint Mary, whatever it is for you. You really need to have a strong relationship with that and have that on your person and have that in your vehicle. Because see, Mars, when it's at a certain position, represent accidents. You see? So it becomes imperative for us to bless our being and our chariot, our vehicle that we're in. Okay? So you want to flush it out with the psychology within self. And then you want to protect self and protect the vehicle. Okay? And then start working on the positive qualities of the energy, which is what? Working out, even sex, even whatever it is that you're passionate about. You're able to physically, because Mars is not the meditative state of consciousness. Mars is physical. Let's work out, bro. Let's sweat. Let me physically go get it. I have to be drained out. If you study dogs, the Belgian Malinois is like a German Shepherd on crack. Like, like it's like an insane wolf. It's crazy. The dog know how to tightrope. The dog can climb ladder. It's entirely too intelligent. This is not the kind of dog like this. This dog has so much energy. It has to have a job. And when I say a job, an 8-hour job. This ain't the kind of dog you leave in the house and come home. Like, you can't, or it's going to tear up everything. So Mars energy is like that. You have to have a physical expression, a physical outlet of your expression of what you're doing. And then that way you don't have to worry about the negative per se. If it's negative, let it be something silly, like a headache, something trivial, like, oh, that's the best you can do. Because see, what's happening is that planet has a negative radiation. The cosmos is just full of positive and negative shit. God damn. Hello, it was just lead and paint not too long ago, right? Like lead and paint or lead and water up in Michigan. Like that's an element. The earth got plenty of things in here that the human body cannot ingest and will die. And then there's plenty of positive things that we can. It's just the nature of this place, right? And so, again, you just have to make sure that you are, you positive up to the best of your ability. That's really it. Happiness and gratitude is the key. Real spill. Uh-oh, somebody on here? Oh, I'm tripping. Did I hit something wrong? I hit something. All right. So happiness and gratitude is the key. All right. All right. All right. All right. Do you know anything about the effects of degrees? Yeah. So what you have to do is, I don't know what sign that is. So there is a whole science that does deal with degrees, like degrees of exaltations, degrees of falls. Basically, each zodiac sign has a certain degree that it's this degree. So, for example, Taurus, 3 degrees Taurus is a sweet spot. 27 Aquarius is a sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? So, certain signs have degrees that are, well, all signs have degrees that are has a special emphasis to them and whatnot. 18 off the top of my head doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring, but it don't mean that, because I'm not gonna sit up here and tell y'all remember each one with those degrees, but that is a study and whatnot. All right, that is definitely a study. Okay, all right, so we good. I just wanted to come to you this Saturday, man, real fast, give y'all this retrograde news. But again, oh, Libra with 5 planets in the 8th. True, that's a major stellium, man. So that's super. That's dope though, man. I mean, Libra 5 planets in the 8th. So the sun is descending at that time. So I mean, that's crazy partnership energy. You know what I mean? Like the 7th Libra is partnership. The 8th house is joint finances. That's where you conjoin the money. Also sex, also secrets, also metaphysical things as well. Um, so it's a heavy partnership energy. You absolutely not gonna do it by yourself. 29 is the last degree. It used to be considered like critical, but 29 is just, it's the last degree. To me, it's critical in progression. If your progress chart has anything at 29, even the signs at 29, the planet at 29, then especially through the houses, then because within a year's time it's going to progress to 0, and that's a new beginning. So 29 through progression is the end. So because 29 degrees is just the end. So that energy is at its highest. Like, I think like Jew got a Capricorn moon 29. So I personally think, dude, if we had to get into plants, Jew would be a cactus. Right. I remember I called him one day. I said, nigga, I know what you are, nigga. You are a cactus. And the reason why I say he's a cactus is because he doesn't do well with the feminine arts of romance. Right? So I'm like, come on, bro, you gotta listen. You gotta spice this thing up, man. Do XYZ. Try, like, I'm just being transparent here, right? I'm like, hey, Jew, man. Hey, you ever took a bath with your wife, man? He'd be like, for what? That is stupid. right. So I'm like, what, nigga? You nigga light a candle, bath, subs, bubbles, maybe some champagne, nigga. Naked girl, nigga, you tripping. Sloppy toppy in the tub. Nigga, you a cactus, nigga. See, a cactus, and what I mean is a cactus needs little water. And water represents emotion, which you feel. You know what I'm saying? So, homeboy, he lacks there, but a beast in the intellect. So you look, pay attention to it. It's air, Gemini's air. So the Capricorn moon thing, 29 degrees, is like, it's going to be hard to make this dude budge. You know what I'm saying? To get him to express, a more softer side of him in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on this cat for a minute. You know what I mean? So yeah, 29 degrees is a mug, man. It just it's a mug because it's the last degree of any sign. So it's the boss of all signs. It's the highest of all signs. So you've mastered that sign when it comes to that planetary principle. You should be able to have mastered that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, homie, a cactus, man. You know, because I was looking at my cactuses I got in the window and shit, and I was like, damn, that's in because like plant psychology is a mug. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at excuse me, when you look at like the rose, to me, a rose is very insecure or protective. If you understand flower anatomy, the masculine and feminine parts of a flower is in the inside, the center part of the flower. And so a tulip opens up, you can see the stamen, you can see the pistil, and you can see these masculine six things going around, going around this the centerpiece, which is the feminine part of the flower and stuff. So just like women are surrounded, in my opinion, I think women are always surrounded by men. Women go out, men gonna be, hey, yo, what, you gonna always be around you. Flowers are like that too, where it got like this one feminine, and then it got these masculine, energies around it. Well, a rose, you don't see the inside of a rose. A rose got so many layers, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, you scared. You insecure. You're scared to open up. What are you scared of? You know what I'm saying? Whereas a tulip, which is my favorite, a tulip is like, nah, this is my beauty right here. I'm comfortable in my skin. Don't violate me, but the rose is too scared to open up. So you got to go through all these goddamn layers of petals, which is just nothing more than blocks, layers of the psychology to stop us from becoming our most vulnerable in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So little food for thought. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Just me 2023. Well, I have a woman that have the exact placement 29-degree moon in Capricorn in the 12th. I literally never feel romantic in no real relationship. Yeah, they disconnected, man. That's hard. I don't like that placement. It's you disconnected. I mean, I get it, but it doesn't filter over well inside of what I call the yin channel, the feminine channel of connection. Because see, there's only four relationship types. I ain't talking love language. I'm talking four relationship types. Either the relationship is a strong yin connection, which is like, hey, let's meditate, let's breathe. It's real soft and real easy. You know what I mean? Let's have a picnic in the house, babe. You know, the yang relationship is the couple that wake up and they get to the bag, they work out. Like to me, I think that's Keisha, Kayor, and Gucci. They work out, they go get it. You know what I'm saying? They go get it. They go get it. You know what I mean? It's my favorite couple by far. And then you have a yin yang, which is a woman man relationship in a sense, and it works. There's a mixture of some balance there, and he kind of leads in the sense, and that the situation flows. And then you can have a role reversal where the woman is more of the entrepreneur and more of the boss type in a sense, and the man is the supportive aspect of it. Now, here's the kicker though, you gotta be careful with that role reversal, is because a role reversal, a woman, well, a negative role reversal, shall we say, a man is threatened by a woman's ability to, he's just threatened by her. She's outgoing, she do her thing, she's on her shit. He's threatened by that. And that's because, for example, you know what I'm saying? Say his moon squares her sun, or her moon is opposite his sun. See, the moon represents feminine energy. Yeah, that's a fucking role reversal. all day long. Goddamn. Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? So you can, and I'm talking energetically. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. You know what I'm saying? And so, if it's negative, then it comes out negative. You know what I'm saying? The relationship ain't all that good. And you think you my mama. You know what I'm saying? You a little boy. I need a real man. You know what I'm saying? He can't match her fly. It becomes that. But when it's positive, it's cool on a role reversal because it's like, I tell you a positive role reversal. And I didn't watch this show at all, but I kind of knew the character. What's that? Love? Is that Love and Hip Hop or Housewives or something? Who was Nene and Greg? Who was that? What show was that? The Nene and Greg, right? But anyway, Greg was a smooth OG, masculine, but played the role of he has some feminine qualities, not in a bad way. I'm not saying that. On some smooth shit. Greg was like, man, when my woman get up, man, I sprinkle her with powder as soon as she get out the bed. And I said, did this nigga just say he sprinkle his wife with powders? Like that's some G shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what kind of science is this nigga on? And before he passed, I had saw something. And they was like, Greg, where was you at? You know how they interview everybody, Greg. And he like, I ain't never too far. She know I'm here. Only thing she got to do is just look over her shoulder. She know I'm here. So what my point is, that is an example of masculine energy exemplifying feminine energy, which is support and nurturing his woman. And since the energy is positive, there ain't no threat that she's the one on TV. She's the one that's famous. She's the one that's getting it. You understand what I'm saying? So it can be a role reversal and it works. No problem with that. What makes it works is what we call positive aspects. Now that requires you to be in the Patreon because that's just a class. Listen, in the Patreon, we get to go. You understand what I'm saying? We really get to go. Especially I'm setting it up where let's ask questions, man. Let's get on the board. Let's draw it out because this is what this is for. Now, I'm not trying to put together a 4-week course and I need you to remember this and that. I ain't doing that no more. No, I shouldn't say what I ain't going to do because the creator give it to me. I have to. But as of right now, you know what I'm saying? We can have this conversation and we can build. So what makes that positive is positive aspects and whatnot. But those are the 4 type of relationship. Energy is going to fall in 4 channels, man. Just like you got 4 blood types, those 4-strand DNAs we talked about earlier. You got 4 lobes in your brain, right? You got 4 blood types, A, B, and O. So that's the 4 base of the blood types. Then we got inside the DNA to show you that 4 again. Then you got 4 chambers in your heart. Then you got 4 lobes in your brain. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's the family can only repeat itself after 4. Daddy, mommy, son, daughter. What else we gonna do? Make another daughter? We got one. Make another son? We have one. We just gonna start repeating the process. So the divine family, from the Hebrew mysticism side, Yahweh is spelled through 4 letters, right? So that we call that the tetragrammaton, right? So God's name, his most sacred name, consists of 4 letters. You see what I'm saying? And each of those 4 letters, father, mother, son, daughter. And so the dad is the initiating point, like the sperm. The mommy is the receptive point. The daughter or the son is the connecting point, but the daughter is the bridge. She's the earth. And this is why when you get married, your daddy give you away, and it's the daddy daughter dance. It ain't the mommy son dance. It ain't the daddy son dance, right? It is the daddy daughter dance. It ain't the mommy daughter dance. It's the daddy daughter dance. That's the alpha and the omega, but the 4 make up the unit or known as the divine family. Those 4. You see what I'm saying? And so it keeps repeating itself through the process. So it's only 4 relationship types: yin, yang, yin yang, or yang yin. That's it. All right. All right. So we say I met a Virgo guy I actually like, and I feel like it would turn out like Nene and Greg. I feel like I'd be masculine to him. Right, right, right. Say, but it may work because the energies may be conducive. You know what I'm saying? And he a Virgo. So he see Virgos are naturally the secretaries and the assistants because they if their energy is truly Virgo, and what I mean by that, they could have Mercury and Libra and they ain't on that shit. They can have Mercury and Leo, they definitely ain't on it, right? But if the energies line up in true Virgo fashion, then these people have incredible mental power to pay attention to detail. So shit that we missing on spreadsheets and stuff like they got that naturally. So therefore, they could be able to assist you with the detail. Virgo is integration. So you may be a creator and they're integrator. Now in business, there's there's two types of people, but they have four different personality types. But there's mainly two. And this is what I'm saying. This shit, I'd be like, yo, this shit is like the zodiac, right? So in business, I'm dropping this in there too. In business, you have I just sent the link to somebody too. I'm gonna send y'all the link. And y'all need to take this. It's called a crystallizer assessment. Hold on. It's right here. So in business, you take this little quiz. Okay. I'm giving y'all some shit. The corporate America uses this shit that I'm giving you. Okay. I just put it in the chat. All right. You got the creator, which is known as the visionary, and you got the integrator, the person who puts the work of the ideas into action. You can be all ideas with no action. It ain't coming into fruition, man. And these people who know how to put the work together, they don't necessarily have the creativity or the output to create it themselves. They just great at working it. So it's a 50-50 relationship. One is not better than the other. Okay. It's like peanut butter and jelly. Okay. So that's yin and yang, man. That's masculine and feminine. Masculine is the idea, feminine is the manifestation of the idea. Okay. Then you have four personality types, which is called the DISC assessment. DISC. Okay. So you need to look into that as well because, like your D's and your I's, these people are more what I would call the masculine types. They're drivers, they're influencers, right? So they can do social media influence, get out there, meet people, you got to do their thing. Whereas the S and the C, services, I forget what the C stands, but the C is more of people who they pay attention to detail. These people are a little bit more analytical, right? So these are more of the supporters in a sense. So are you masculine, feminine up here in a sense? And then where are you at within the four? You see what I'm saying? And this is how you build your teams, man. Because if you test the way I test, then we ain't gonna it don't work. I got all the creativity. Not that I can't use creativity, but it's a lot of things that can't get done, man. Like, you know what I mean? Listen, man, I got freaking real estate. Within real estate, I got 20 plus rental properties, 13 land parcels that need to be developed and do something. I got two properties that just came up for rent. Well, one for rent and the other one I got on the market to sell, but I end up keeping it because the market is changing. That I'm gonna have to renovate and do something with that, right? Rent it and get some cash flow off of it, right? I got refinance on two properties that I gotta absolutely make sure that that's getting taken care of. You understand what I'm saying? Then we got a wholesale business where we simply grabbing properties and selling the contracts, which takes a lot of effort and work to do. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas we got to get the data list, then we got to figure out a way to get in contact with the homeowner. And then once we get in contact with the homeowner, then we got to go through the deal structure in the sense of can we get the deal, how to measure the deal, make sure it is a deal, put it in contract, find a buyer for the deal, make sure the closing go okay with the deal. It may have a probate issue. Got to run upstairs right here and get to my probate attorney, figure that part out. That's the wholesale thing. A lot of stuff come with that. Did we even get to the astro stuff and your monthly clients that you got to deal with already? Did we get with the back end of Jew and memberships that we got to deal with already? With that, techniques on that, spreadsheets on that, the money right? Oh, the money then came into this account for this, and then I got this rental software that I use, but I got to tell the software, hey, this expense goes to this property, so my profit and loss statement can be. Man, come on, man. This like this is work, bro. This is work, right? So that tell like so what another creative 100% creative. I don't need that. I don't. You know what I mean? I got some stuff I can put on your plate and we can get to it. You know what I mean? So this is why you have to know these things. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Mercury retrograde, revise where you at, see what house it is for you. Those of you that sign up, again, go to Patreon if you want to get the personal chart or the personal report every month. It's going to tell you what house it's in. So like I emailed everybody and I said, hey, Mercury retrograde starts on the 21st. Make sure you're paying attention. So you getting a heads up while the rest of the world is out here living ignorantly in a sense. Okay. So it's very important. Again, it's only 10 slots left. You got to click on the description in the Patreon if you want to sign up for that. And it's less than $1 a freaking day for my time. But I do this, I swear for God, what I'm doing on Patreon, I swear to God, I'm only doing it for minimum support of what we have going on because I'm about to build this out. This is my boardroom. Like, I hope I don't mess nothing up. Hold on. I don't want to mess nothing up. But this is the boardroom. Okay. Big old board table right here. And then that's my office through that through there. Let's see. And then I will unplug the mic. But I don't want to unplug the mic. But then there's another door. You can kind of see that French door that's open that goes into the front of the building. That's the office. You see what I'm saying? And that's the real estate office up front. My office right there. But I'm gonna change this whole boardroom. I'm gonna switch this because I already got a board on my office right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a content creation studio. And like I did, like at then I got that at one of my apartments in another city, and that's an hour away. Like they got things to do, man. So I am looking for creatives to do some things. Primarily, somebody that could do documentary work, editing, anything on the content side. Like I'm 100% looking for that, and then anybody who's an integrator, you know what I'm saying, that can do it. And I'm gonna tell you flat out, um, I'm all about equity. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't have it free enough for me to want to allocate funds to pay per project per se. What I'm really looking for is a team member that understand the vision that can get an equity piece in what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? And you can have a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? I never forget when I first got started in consulting, like I had um I figured out a way like, hey, you can put this online, you know what I'm saying? And then you can sell this. And then that became a whole new stream of revenue for the company. You see what I'm saying? So somebody who got ideas that want to add a new stream of income, I'm 100% with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. And that's what it's about to me. You know what I'm saying? How can you build something? You know what I'm saying? So, and have a piece of it. You know what I mean? That's ongoing. Like that one time payout, it may be good, but you may want the back end for life. You know, like I bet on myself, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I want the back end. You know what I mean? So now I'm not familiar with that. What up, bro? I ain't familiar with that one. You know what I'm saying? But I look it up and whatnot. All right. You a high I? Yeah, I'm in the DI and the disassessment. You know what I'm saying? I suck at SC for real. All right. All right, man. So I get what y'all. Hit me up if y'all need me, man. Let us see you on the Patreon side, man. So come through and feel free. You got my emails, nobleampu@gmail. Shoot me a question if need be. All right. Peace.